Hey folks, Dale Davidson here, Davidson Law Offices. Glad you're here today. Want to talk a little bit, don't normally get into the political side of things, but the governmental bureaucracy stuff, but this kind of impacts my practice and my clients and my families. So President Biden and his administration has announced a bunch of rule changes or proposed rules regarding nursing homes, and we're excited that we've got some reforms coming because look, nobody wants to be in a nursing home, but sometimes in order to take care of our loved ones, they've got to be. That's the safest place for them to be. That's their protected environment. But also there's a bunch of concerns here, and we're going to talk about those concerns more in just a minute. The three things that they're really pushing here is minimum staffing requirements. Now, in today's COVID or post-COVID world or post-pandemic world, whatever you want to call it, so many jobs and people quit or were laid off or whatever it was. The nursing home people have not really recovered. They're still, way understaffed. And, they're understaffed for a host of different reasons. So we're going to talk about that in just a minute. There's new payment changes based on the staffing of the nursing home, the adequacy of the staffing of the nursing home, the residents' experience. I guess that's kind of like maybe a TripAdvisor type of some kind of review, okay? And then how well the facility actually maintains the staff. And again, staff maintenance is really a complicated issue, but a lot of it is management. Stronger, meaning more regulatory oversight. That's what we need, is more bureaucrats in our lives. Better public information regarding nursing home quality. Now, these reforms, while they're good, they're also bad because they don't address a resident's right to have emotional support and socialization, all of that from their families, okay? Family caregiving is very, very important. Socialization is very, very important to people in a nursing home, okay? Post-COVID, there was thousands and thousands of people who died lonely, depressed at the nursing home. I think in a previous video I had mentioned that during COVID, seniors who were basically locked down, their mortality rate, their death rate was 20% higher than others. So although reforms can be good, did they go enough in order to assure that families can still come in and be with their family members? And the argument is, whoa, so we can't have family members come in because they've got, they'll bring COVID in. Well, guess where 90% of the COVID infections came from? The staff, because the staff was going home, they were interacting with their friends and family, they bring the COVID into the facility. So there's got to be some kind of happy medium in there where, we don't have the residents exposed to the nursing home staff, but then we also have the nursing home residents' rights as to being taken care of emotionally, socially, all of those, so that they can have a longer and more quality life. Apparently the bureaucrats think that more government oversight, more regulation, more rules, that's the way to go, versus actually concentrating on how do we take care of the folks in the nursing home. Again, look, I understand pandemic and the need to be safe from COVID, and I understand the shots and the booster shots and all that, and so I'm not criticizing any of that, but all I'm saying is there's got to be some kind of happy medium in there as to overreach by bureaucrats and locking down, total lockdown of nursing homes, total lockdown of basically society for a pandemic. Of course, we didn't know what was going on, so I'm armchair quarterbacking this. But let's go into a few of the more specifics to the proposed reform. Okay, so they're going to try and reduce the resident room crowding. Okay, so you got a private room. Everybody wants to have a private room. Nobody wants to share a room with anybody, especially a stranger. And I understand that, but it becomes a matter of economics for a lot of people. A lot of people, cannot afford the cost of a private room. Cost of a private room is roughly $8,500, $10,000 to $10,000 a month. That's a lot of money. Semi-private room is about $6,500 a month. So it's a little bit cheaper to have a roommate, okay? So they're going to try to reduce the room size. They're going to try to stop the over-medication or reduce the chances of over-medication and treatment. So, but what that entails is training, and that entails training the staff, okay? So the staff, I think, are not trained enough. They don't receive enough education. But, if you've got a senior who is not necessarily there mentally, but is moaning or crying out and things like that, the automatic thing is, hey, let's medicate them, let's knock them out, let's get them to sleep. Okay, that's not necessarily the right solution in my opinion. Of course, I'm not a doctor, okay, but I'm just giving you my opinion. They're going to enhance, which means more rules, okay, accountability and oversight of nursing homes, okay, and that entails inspections. I can tell you, as far as Georgia is concerned, we're probably, if not 2-3 years behind in nursing home inspections. It has to do with a lot of the pandemic, but a lot of it has to do with staffing and budget cuts in this state government. So what's happening is the federal government says, hey, look, we're going to give you some more money to come in and look at these nursing homes and get them inspected. But where's the money come from? You and I as taxpayers, okay? So again, adequately fund inspections. They're going to beef up the scrutiny of underperforming nursing homes or the poor performing nursing homes, okay? So they have CMS has a term, they call it the Special Focus Facility. These are facilities that have been inspected and have scored very low in certain areas and are in danger of losing their license. And there's actually a website out there under cms.gov that you can go to and find these SFF or Specialty Focus Facilities. And that leads me to this comment. So if you're worried about your loved one going into a nursing home, and again, you shouldn't worry. You've got to be there to help take care of them, okay? And so that's what this video is about, is to make sure that your loved one's rights are adhered to. If your loved one is going into a nursing home, check it out. Go by, visit it. Visit it at odd hours of the day. Okay, check their staffing levels. There are a lot of different websites. We're going to go over some in just a few minutes. Check with friends, family, colleagues, neighbors, the community. What does the community think about this nursing home? Okay. Look at the reviews. Okay. If you don't know about Google, you've been living under a rock, okay? Google nursing home reviews. See what comes up. Medicare.gov, CMS.gov, a whole list of different websites will come up that you can review these nursing homes for staffing, different complaints, those kinds of things. Again, this proposed rule is going to look at providing more technical assistance in terms of what nursing homes need in terms of a pandemic. Okay, they're going to enhance the nursing home care compare. That's basically just a review, right? Just like I just told you about Google nursing home reviews. They'll come up with cms.gov or medicare.gov. There's also AmericanNursingHomeRankings.org, I think is the website. But there's all kinds of things that you can do to search, okay? Now, they're going to create pathways for good paying jobs and encourage these nursing home workers to unionize. Now, not get into the union, non-union thing, but how can you hire somebody at a rate of $12 an hour, I think is the going rate right now, when through government benefits they're making more than that and they don't have to do anything, okay? Not criticizing anybody, but I'm just saying that there's a disincentive out there to work. So how are you going to incentivize people to come to a nursing home to work? And that gets me to my next point. If you want to work in a nursing home or in the healthcare industry, the number one thing you got to have is a heart. You got to have a heart for the people, okay? Because you're going to be stressed, you're going to be overworked, you're going to be underpaid. But if you got a heart, then you'll do well. They're going to do more as far as COVID-19 responses and getting people vaccinated and boosted and all of that. They're going to integrate all these pandemic things that they have learned, but they haven't overruled the total lockdown. So we're going to come all the way back to the very beginning. You shouldn't have a total lockdown, because what that does is takes away the resident's right to be able to be taken care of by family members. It takes the residents' rights away as far as being able to socialize and interact with humans. Look, you can't just sit there and FaceTime or Zoom call a senior citizen who's in a nursing home. They don't understand the technology. And number two, you probably can't get somebody in the nursing home to take the phone to them. And these window visits, they don't work. So there's got to be a way to make sure that our senior citizens are taken care of in a nursing home during a pandemic or after, and they're protected, but that they still maintain the same rights as you and I, and that's the right to associate and to socialize and be free from lockdowns. So I hope this has helped you some. Maybe it's spurred some questions for you. If you do have any questions, please shoot us an email. Like and subscribe. As always, we're here to help you. We have a heart for our people, and we have a heart for you. So until next time, be blessed.
No more whiskey, I'll have a Coke. Catching bass on an old fishing boat. One more story from Grandpa Joe. Let's get